EA have been lying to us about Anders' tactics, because if this is the tactics code, you can see exclamation mark, this is the exact tactics code that as they've given us, but it's a 4-4-2. But what's ironic is if we actually go into the game, we can see by the radar and just the way when he wins the ball back, you can see he's playing some variation of a 4-4-1-1. So are EA lying to us about what tactics Anders is using? But we're going to go through this in this video. Now, I actually don't think they're lying, as I mentioned to you in my weekly tactics layout. Remember how I mentioned to you to have multiple different tactics variations? That is what probably Anders is doing. So he's probably using advanced forward attack, similar as he's using in a 4-4-2. The cam, I think he's using a playmaker. He's not using a shadow striker, although sometimes I see movement like a shadow striker. It's just the way that the cam sits. And when you're attacking, I think Anders uses a lot of L1 triggers. Perhaps he has different formations with different cam options, but I'll be honest, I think he's using a playmaker. And I think that sometimes it's very interesting that sometimes that cam sits a bit reserved. And sometimes it sits deeper and closer to his defensive line. So I would say maybe as a formation, one of them on build up for a defensive option, and then he has one on balance. Anders has both the left mid and the right mid, both of them on inside forward. And the two centre mids, I think they're on box-to-box balance. The only thing I'm not too sure about is whether or not one of them or both of them are on ball winning. The fullback on defend, left back on defend, and sweeper keeper on balance. So these will be his actual tactics. He's probably using, I would say, balanced. Now, he probably might be using short passing. Anders does use short passing, but if you're going to copy this, do not use short passing. And then for defensive approach, I think he uses 60. But again, I think he's got the same tactic, but maybe with, for example, a higher depth. So he's got a formation for different aspects of the game. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace.